Hey guys, I'm back with another video today. This video is going to be about my tips for looking for a job, because I know that this is a big subject right now with the economy and everything, and I'm wanting to kind of talk about the things that I've went through, some of the things that you should really be aware of if you are looking for work, because I know that there are a lot of people who are looking for work, and I know that it can be frustrating. Well, yeah, frustrating, a pain in the ass, and other choice words that I'm not even going to say. But, so yeah, the first thing that I would recommend is getting with a temp agency, Office Team, Apple1.com. There's all kinds of temp agencies. I mean, those are just a couple that are in Los Angeles, and those are pretty good, and they're pretty helpful, I guess. I would get with a temp agency. I would stick with websites like Monster.com, SimplyHire.com, Indeed.com, Career Builder, which I would kind of watch out for, and Craigslist. Those are they're good. Now the reason why I say Career Builder is because I've noticed, I have gotten some calls from them, but I've also noticed some scams on Career Builder. I was thinking about doing some extra work, and if you don't know what extra work, it's like background work for like Desperate Housewives or whatever show they need you. And so it's like they said $300 a day, which first of all, that's a bunch of crap, because you can't make $300 a day for an extra. I'm just letting you know this now from personal experience. And so I decided to check out the company, and turns out that that company was a scam. So Career Builder needs to be checking some companies out, because that was a scam. Yeah, and then Craigslist, they have a lot of scammy stuff on there too. Like, for example, if you apply for like a personal assistant or whatever, sometimes there'll be people on there that'll say, they don't even call you in for an interview. They don't even want to see they won't even call you in for an interview. They'll just say, let me see, send me your name, your address, your phone number. Okay, which maybe kind of doesn't sound that bad, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to send you fake checks so that you could go out and cash them. So stay away from any kind of thing like that, because if they're interested in you, they're going to call you. And so, yeah. But there are some legitimate jobs on Craigslist. I have actually gotten I almost got a job interview from that the other day, but it fell through because of transportation. So, yeah, and Career Builder, I've actually gotten legitimate job interviews from there. So, Career Builders, I mean, there's always going to be scams everywhere you go. But yeah, do not pay for any kind of job that you have. I mean, do not think that, oh, well, if I pay $50, I'm going to get a job. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Because those are just people trying to get your money. And I'm going to give you a few examples right now. Basically, well, okay, let me get into this first. Be careful of the newspaper, because there's a lot of scams. There are some legitimate, but then there's some scams in the newspaper also. And then basically, I would stay away from this newspaper right here. This is a free newspaper that I get. It's called a Penny Saver. And basically, let me just tell you about a few of the jobs that are in here. And I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, anything that says rebate processor or data entry, stay away from it. Basically, if you go down, if you click on the website, just scroll down to the bottom, and if it says please enter your credit card, click off of it immediately. Don't even deal with it. Don't think, oh, no. It's a scam. Don't even deal with it. Mystery shoppers. I have a girl in my class that says it's a good living, and then I checked it out a couple weeks ago, and it's the one thing that kind of bothers me is they want to know your social, which is a very dangerous thing. So I would not do that. A lot of the time, be aware of a lot of these sales jobs. People are going to call you and they're going to say, oh, this is a sales job, and they're going to want you to work on commission. But if you're into that, that's cool, but I'm just saying that they're out there. The other thing that you want to do is when somebody calls you in for a job interview, you always want to ask what the name of the company is. And the reason being is because you need to do a job search. You need to, or not a job search, you need to do a search on this company. And the reason for that is that I had gotten, okay, in the newspaper I found this number for the government jobs. I was like, okay, great. So I called the number. They said, okay, well, somebody's going to call you. This is a Friday. At like 8 o'clock at night, somebody called me and they started like, here's the key thing. She never asked me what area I was in. She just said, in your area. I'm like, how does she know what area I'm in if she doesn't even, you know what I mean? And I thought, well, maybe I gave her my zip code. But anyways, so she gave me the address. She gave me the name of the company. And I Googled it and it was a scam. So always, always, always check out the company. You can always do like a Google search and then type in the name of the company, do review, or type in scam, and you're going to get a good review because you don't want to go down there like I would have done, and they would have said, oh, you have to pay $10. First of all, I would have never paid $10 because I'm not going to pay for no freaking test. They're supposed to pay for the test for you. And number two, I automatically know that that's a scam. So yeah, and then the second thing you always want to ask for is, what is the position? Can you tell me a little bit about the position? Because I know from personal experience that I went in for a job interview, and when the girl called me, she says, oh yeah, the position. I said, what's the position? She said, oh, it's for a receptionist, customer service / sales. And she said, you'll be working in the marketing department as like customer service. And I said, oh, okay, that sounds great. Sounds like right up my alley. So then I go in for the job interview. I get a second interview. I'm like, okay, great. So then I go in for the second interview. First of all, they don't even tell me I'm going to be there 3 hours. And then the second thing is that after that, they hand me this telemarketing script. I'm like, telemarket? And then I found out, but this company is legitimate. They're not trying to sell anything illegally, but anyways. So yeah, always check out the company, always, and you can always go to Google or do like a review of the BBB, which is the Better Business Bureau, and then that gives you like their rating and if they have any complaints, if they're legitimate or not. And it's not only for businesses, but for charities also. So yeah, Monster, Career Builder, Craigslist, Facebook, you can also find jobs. There's a thing on there called Marketplace. That's a good way to look for work. I found out another website. It's called LinkedIn.com, which I still haven't even done. So those are some. But now I'm going to go through the Penny Saver and kind of talk about some of the jobs, quote unquote, that they have in here. Here's one in here called the Federal Postal Jobs. And this is basically where they say they'll pay you $13 to $32 per hour. Oh, sounds great, doesn't it, right? No experience, benefits, and paid training. Oh, wonderful, right? So you call the number, and then guess what they tell you? Oh, well, you have to pay $60 to get the listing. And then when you have to take the test, you have to pay another $160. And then there's no guarantee that you're going to get the job. This is freaking ridiculous. Go into any post office and ask them about this. They're going to tell you that that's a bunch of crap. Corporate hiring immediately. This sounds kind of interesting, right? No experience necessary. Training provided. Okay, when I called this one, they basically wouldn't even really tell me about the position. Again, can you tell me a little bit about the position? What's the name of the company? There again. Anything with the word safety, again, like if it's data safety, fire safety, stay away from that. Those are the dangerous. Those are the ones that are also like to scam. That's one of the names of this company. And then they'll say bring in $60 for a background check. Any company that wants to do a background check on you, they're going to pay for it. They're not going to say, oh, you have to pay for it. So yeah, I mean, those are just some of the things that I would really, really, really watch out for when you're applying for a position. I know that it doesn't seem like... It's so sad that some of these people, that they do some of these things. I mean, like, checks and everything else, but That's just the way that people are today. I mean, they're just so nasty or whatever. So yeah, I hope that this has been very helpful for you guys. And I'm gonna do a video this week on what to wear when you go to a job interview. And I know that that may sound kind of tedious or whatever, but trust me, after I took a class on this and several classes on it, and ever since I've taken these classes, I've done everything that they told me to do. I've gotten second interviews and stuff. But anyways, I'll get into that when I do the video, probably tomorrow or this week. So, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and please take everything that I said to consideration, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be in a load of trouble and load of financial debt, okay? Even if they say that they're going to give you their 50-day money-back guarantee. I mean, I did that, but luckily I got my money back. But here's another thing. If they say that they're not going to give you your money back, and they don't, you can always just make a dispute with your bank. So, anyways, just take everything to what I said into consideration, and thank you guys so much for watching my video, and have a good day. Bye!